Everyone's life is different. That goes for how long we live too. Some people die in their early 70s. Others live well into their 90s or beyond. There are many factors that affect longevity. While some are within our control, others are not. However, there are certain clues your body gives that can indicate whether you're going to live a long life or die young. If you want to know more, keep watching. We'll discuss 7 silent clues about your longevity after age 70, backed by science. Let's start. No. 1. Hearing loss. It has been observed that people who suffer from hearing loss tend to have shorter life expectancies. A study conducted by the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine discovered that individuals with age-related hearing loss have an increased risk of developing dementia and cardiovascular disease, both of which can reduce lifespan. The study followed 1,649 participants aged 70 and above for 25 years. It was found that those who experienced hearing loss were twice as likely to develop dementia and 38% more likely to develop heart disease than those with normal hearing. The researchers believe that the cognitive demands of compensating for hearing loss may contribute to dementia, while the social withdrawal associated with hearing difficulties could lead to cardiovascular disease. To prevent hearing loss, it is important to protect your ears from loud noises and to get regular hearing checkups. If you do experience hearing loss, there are treatments available, such as hearing aids and cochlear implants that can help to restore your hearing and reduce your risk of dementia and heart disease. No. 2. Lack of purpose in life. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology discovered that individuals who had a sense of purpose in life had a lower risk of cognitive decline and were more likely to live longer than those who did not. The study followed 143 participants, aged 75 and above, for 5 years. It was found that those who had a sense of purpose in life were less likely to experience cognitive decline and more likely to survive. The researchers believe that having a sense of purpose in life may be protective against cognitive decline and mortality because it provides a reason to get out of bed each morning and take care of oneself. It also helps people cope with stress and adversity, which can have negative effects on cognition and health. So if you want to live a long and healthy life, find something that gives you a sense of purpose. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be something simple like taking care of your grandchildren or volunteering at a local charity. Just make sure it is something that you are passionate about and that gives you a sense of fulfillment. Number 3. Depression. Depression is a common mental health condition that can affect people of all ages. It is characterized by a persistent feeling of sadness and/or loss of interest in activities. Depression can be mild or severe, and it can last for a few weeks or even years. According to a study published in the British Medical Journal, people who experience depression have an increased risk of dying prematurely. The study followed 3,500 adults in England over a period of 6 years. It was found that those who suffered from depression were 33% more likely to die during the study period than those without depression. The researchers believe that depression is associated with unhealthy behaviors such as smoking, alcohol abuse, and poor diet, which may explain why it is linked to an increased risk of premature death. Additionally, depression has been linked to a weakened immune system, which may make people more vulnerable to illness and disease. No. For social isolation. Loneliness and social isolation have become major public health concerns in recent years. They can have serious consequences for physical and mental health as well as longevity. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, social isolation is associated with a wide range of negative outcomes, including depression, cognitive decline, and cardiovascular disease. The study followed 1,600 adults aged 50 and above for 5 years. It was found that those who were socially isolated were more likely to experience depression, cognitive decline, and cardiovascular disease than those with strong social connections. The researchers believe that social isolation may be particularly harmful to older adults because they may be less likely to have access to social support. Additionally, older adults may be more vulnerable to the negative effects of social isolation due to age-related changes in brain and body functioning. If you are concerned about social isolation, there are resources available to help you connect with others. You can reach out to friends and family members, join a club or group, or volunteer in your community. There are also online resources that can help you find social support. No. 5. Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a sleep disorder that causes breathing to repeatedly stop and start during sleep. This can lead to poor quality sleep and excessive daytime sleepiness, according to a study published in the journal Sleep. Sleep apnea is associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. The study followed 6,000 adults aged 30 and above for 6 years. It was found that those who had sleep apnea were 2.3 times more likely to die during the study period than those without sleep apnea. The researchers believe that sleep apnea may be associated with an increased risk of death due to its effects on cardiovascular health. Sleep apnea can cause the heart to work harder, which can lead to high blood pressure and other cardiovascular problems. Additionally, sleep apnea is associated with insulin resistance and obesity, which are risk factors for cardiovascular disease. If you think you may have sleep apnea, see your doctor. Treatment options are available, including lifestyle changes and continuous positive airway pressure therapy. No. 6. Low vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is an essential nutrient that plays a role in bone health, immune function, and cell growth, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Low vitamin D levels are associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. The study followed 2,000 adults, aged 65 and above, for 3 years. It was found that those with low vitamin D levels were 2.5 times more likely to die during the study period than those with adequate levels. The researchers believe that vitamin D may play a role in reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, which may contribute to its association with longevity. Additionally, vitamin D has been shown to improve immune function, which may help people fight off infections and diseases that can shorten lifespan. And no. 7. High blood pressure. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is a common condition that affects millions of people worldwide. It is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease, which are leading causes of death, according to a study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association. High blood pressure is associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. The study followed 6,000 adults aged 18 and above for 10 years. It was found that those with high blood pressure were 3.5 times more likely to die during the study period than those with normal blood pressure. The researchers believe that high blood pressure may be associated with an increased risk of death due to its effects on the cardiovascular system. High blood pressure can damage the arteries, which can lead to heart disease and stroke. Additionally, high blood pressure can cause damage to the kidneys, which may lead to kidney failure. There are many things you can do to lower your blood pressure, such as eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and managing stress. If you have high blood pressure, it is important to talk to your doctor about treatment options. There are medications available that can help lower blood pressure and reduce your risk of developing cardiovascular disease. The bottom line is that our life is unpredictable. Even if we take good care of ourselves, we cannot always prevent health problems. However, by being aware of the warning signs that our bodies give us, we can take steps to improve our health and extend our lifespan. So if you notice any of these silent clues, please see your doctor right away. With proper medical care, many of these conditions can be treated and managed so that you can live a long and happy life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.